Daniel Cormier didn't hold back when Dana White officially confirmed Jon Jones' retirement. DC went straight for the truth, no sugarcoating. He called Jones a quitter, someone who walked away instead of standing his ground and fighting the interim champ Tom Aspinall. For Cormier, this decision stains Jon's legacy forever. He brought up how real champions like himself, Shogun, and Khabib didn't run when it was time to pass the torch. They faced the next generation, gave them a shot, but Jones, he had the perfect chance with Aspinall and chose not to take it. He left. Just like that, now that Jones is officially out of the picture, Tom Aspinall has been crowned the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. And the division isn't waiting around, it's already moved on. According to the newest leaks and reports, Tom's first challenger could be someone no one expected. It's looking more and more like Alex Pereira is going to be the first to step into the cage with the new king. But before we jump into that, let's close the chapter on Jon Jones for good. Right after Dana confirmed Jones's retirement, things got worse. Reports came in that the former champ was facing more legal trouble. According to the Albuquerque Journal, Jones is now dealing with a criminal summons. He allegedly fled the scene of a car accident that happened back in February in New Mexico. He's being charged with a misdemeanor and is expected in court on July 24th for a bond arraignment.
So every great champion, from Muhammad Ali to George St. Pierre to Chuck Liddell to myself, they've all left the ladder down. Very few people don't. Very few people leave without opening the door for that next guy to get a chance. Khabib did it. He fought Justin Gaethje. He fought Dustin Poirier after McGregor, his biggest pay-per-view and biggest payday of all time. He dropped the ladder to the next guy and said, on the way out, I will give another guy a chance to see if he can supplant me. If he doesn't do it, I'm done. It happened. Khabib did it. Demetrius Johnson did it with Henry Cejudo. You give the guy a chance. In wrestling, in basketball, the people that matter to him are judging him, and it didn't matter. All those hiccups, he felt assured that he was doing the right thing, but he wasn't.
Now, here's where things get wild. A shocking leak straight from inside the UFC has revealed what might be one of the most explosive fights of the year. Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall for the undisputed heavyweight championship. As right, what fans were dreaming about may actually be happening. For weeks, rumors have been floating around, especially after Pereira turned down a light heavyweight title rematch with Magomed Ankalaev. Everyone knew then he had his sights set on something bigger. And every time people asked about it, Aspinall couldn't help but smile. He wanted this fight just as much. Now those whispers have become serious talk. Chael Sonnen, who's tight with Dana White, and UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard dropped a major bomb. According to him, a very reliable source, probably Maynard himself, confirmed that Aspinall's first title defense will be against Alex Pereira. Current rumor says this fight could be the main event at UFC 320, scheduled for October in Las Vegas. This isn't just another title bout. This is a huge clash between two divisions. Pereira, one of the most terrifying and powerful strikers the UFC has ever seen, is moving up to try and make history as a 3-division champion. And Aspinall, he gets to show the world why he's the new face of heavyweight MMA. If Pereira wins, he'll become the first fighter in UFC history to capture titles in 3 different weight classes. But if Aspinall wins, he'll solidify his reign as the most dangerous man in the sport right now. This fight could change everything.
Gonna protect your source type thing, but I've been a guy that you might know, and some of you have already pieced together, but I only offer this to you. Well, this guy told me that he was going to fight Izzy. This guy told me he's going to fight Izzy again. The guy told me when he was done fighting Izzy, he was going to go up to 205 pounds, fight one time, and then draw right in for a world championship. I mean, none of those things were very believable or realistic at the time. Every one of them happened, including only having to go to 205 for one. Took him, man, this guy's an inside source. This isn't just coming from Pierre or Pierre's team. This is coming from the person that tells Pierre and Pierre's team. And this guy promised me that Pierre's next fight is going to be against Tom Aspinall.
Meanwhile, over in the lightweight division, things are heating up too. Michael Bisping came forward and explained why he doesn't think Justin Gaethje deserves another shot at the title. He was clear, this isn't about disrespect, it's about being real. Justin already had 2 chances at undisputed gold and came up short both times. He got finished in both those fights, and in a division as deep and brutal as lightweight, earning a 3rd shot is tough. Bisping's not wrong. Most fighters don't even get one chance. When you've failed twice, it becomes nearly impossible to justify a third, but Justin's not staying silent. In a recent interview, he made his feelings known. He said point blank, "If I don't get the next title shot, I'm retiring." Now, Gaethje is coming off an impressive win against Rafael Fiziev, showing the world he's still one of the most dangerous guys in the game. And depending on how the fight between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira goes next week, there's a real shot Gaethje could sneak into the title picture. But let's be honest, if Charles wins, it's not likely. He already submitted Gaethje before, and fans aren't exactly begging for that rematch. But if Ilia Topuria pulls it off, that's a whole different story. A Topuria versus Gaethje fight would be absolute madness. Two wild men going at it with pure violence. Fans would be lining up for that one. So while Bisping has a strong point, Gaethje's future may still depend on how things shake out in that next fight.
How many title fights did you get? And I'm not trying to be insulted.
No, 0.
Exactly. And how many fights did you have in the UFC?
15 or 16.
Well, I fought for the belt, but I had to fight in the UFC 26 times before I got a title fight.
Yeah, exactly.
The point that I'm making is title fights are hard to come by. And Justin Gaethje has already had 2. It sounds like I'm shitting on Justin. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm a fan of the guy. But he fought Khabib for the belt. Didn't go his way. A couple of fights later, fought Charles Oliveira for the belt. And he didn't go his way. So I understand, because he is one of the best guys. He is one of the most exciting and dynamic, and he does have a huge following, and he is excitement personified. So he feels like he deserves it, you know? But the reality is the sport evolves and it moves on and matures. And my advice would be, don't do that. Don't sit on the sidelines. Stay active. Get another fight. Get another payday.
Back to Jones. Just minutes after Dana White announced his retirement, Jon Jones broke his silence with a heartfelt message to his fans and the MMA world. He took a moment to look back on everything, from the time he became the youngest UFC champion ever, to all the iconic title defenses, to the ups and downs that came with being at the top. He thanked the UFC, Dana White, his coaches, his teammates, and most importantly, the fans who stuck by him through it all. He acknowledged the wild ride, the victories, the controversies, and the lessons. And though his fighting days are over, he made it clear he's not done with this. He still wants to inspire others, help grow the game, and give back to the next generation in new ways. When you look at Jon's career, it's hard not to be amazed. He first captured UFC gold in 2011 when he finished Shogun Rua, becoming the youngest champion in UFC history. What followed was one of the most dominant runs ever seen in any division. He defended his title 8 straight times, going through names like Rampage, Machida, Rashida, and more, even when scandals and suspensions rocked his career, including failed drug tests and legal problems. Jones still came back. He reclaimed the light heavyweight belt and defended it again, then walked away from the division to chase greatness at heavyweight. In 2023, he made that dream come true. Jones submitted Cyril Gane and claimed the UFC Heavyweight Championship, becoming a 2-division champ. After that, he put on a dominant performance against Stipe Miocic, a win that many now believe was the true final fight of his career. And that's the end of Jon's legendary journey inside the octagon. No matter what people say, whether you love him or hate him, Jon Jones leaves behind one of the most impressive legacies in the sport. A fighter who changed MMA forever, a champion who stood at the top for over a decade, a name that will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for your daily MMA updates.